Job in there, he did what he had to do in here.
That happened. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, you know? That fight it'd be good. You won't get hit in the fight, you know? That's one thing we all know. And I believe in my abilities, and I believe in myself that I can handle anything that any fighter.
It's still 6 months before their scheduled showdown, but Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are already stirring up the excitement for their super fight in September. Earlier today, they met with Turkish boxing mogul Turki Alalshikh in Saudi Arabia, but what was meant to be a formal
Canelo and Riyadh and made the big fight.
As the two legends met to finalize details for their highly anticipated matchup, things took a turn. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford had a heated clash that nearly turned into a full-blown brawl, a situation Turki Alalshikh couldn't control. The meeting at the airport in Saudi Arabia was supposed to be
He didn't seem as into this in the past, and now last night seems very on board making this happen. What changed on his end?
I don't know, you have to ask him, you know? I think it's, you know, a very intriguing fight. You know, Canelo and me is the same height. I got longer reach than Canelo. I'm faster than Canelo. But Canelo is bigger than me. He's stronger than me. So we both giving away something, but we both gaining something.
Both fighters' teams were expecting mutual respect between the two, as there was no prior animosity. Both Alvarez and Crawford have long been known for calling each other out, but they typically showed respect. However, things changed when Crawford approached Alvarez.
No make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you know, you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So it's possible. Why
brings at me or throw at me? You know, I gotta be able to believe in myself if I'm gonna get in the ring with you. I can't go in the ring thinking, oh man, if this guy hit me, he's gonna knock me out, or if this guy hit me, he's gonna break my ribs. So now, you know, if he was talking about Deontay Wilder or something,
who almost physically attacked him. Words were exchanged, and both fighters were ready to throw down. Fortunately, their respective teams stepped in, separating the two before things got out of hand. Airport security also intervened to ensure the situation didn't escalate further. The fighters eventually made their way separately to Turki Alalshikh's residence, where it's believed the Saudi
In September, then 2 more fights in 26. Don't miss with the line.
Boxing needed a spectacle to kick off the year, and with Turki Alalshikh's involvement, it looks like the sport got just what it needed. Canelo Alvarez and Crawford, both former undisputed champions, have had multiple meetings with Alalshikh. However, it's now clear that
it ain't really no message, you know. It's all respect over here, you know, and if you know he do decide to come our way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight, you know. It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'll be a well-fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody.
Fans are craving chaos and intensity for this showdown, and both Crawford and Canelo are giving them exactly that. With Turki Alalshikh at the center of negotiations, he's looking to finalize one of the biggest matchups in boxing history. Initially, Canelo Alvarez was reluctant to face the 37-year-old Crawford from Omaha. However, it seems the Mexican superstar has had a change of heart and is now preparing for the challenge. Reports suggest that Turki Alalshikh may have sweetened the deal with a massive purse, convincing Canelo to sign on for the fight, despite already having a main-bout lined up against John Wright.
Imbécil intento de gente que tengo aquí a mi izquierda, que no se le olvide que yo ya vine siendo el Canelo a Estados Unidos y que solamente lucró con mi nombre, nunca perdí un solo centavo, sino nomás ganó dinero. ¿Ya le pagaste a Golovkin lo que le quería robar? ¿Sí?
Speaking about the fight during an interview, Canelo, 34, admitted that while it's a high-stakes battle, he may not get the credit he deserves after facing Crawford. It doesn't make sense to face a smaller fighter like Crawford, who's fighting at 147, while people are calling out guys like Charlo, who's much bigger. But if the money's right, I'm in.
Hopefully, once you guys get in there.
I don't know. I just think, you know, his punching power and his physical size is the only thing that I really.
Terence Crawford, for his part, has been pursuing this fight with Canelo ever since his win over Errol Spence in 2022, which made him the undisputed welterweight champion. He's fully aware that facing Canelo would be a huge step, but he's up for the challenge. It's the biggest fight in boxing right now, and I feel like it's the last big fight left in the sport. It's a fight between two of the best pound-for-pound fighters. I know Canelo is bigger, but I respect him, and if
that I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with that aspect of the game.
As he continues to train for the September fight, Crawford, the former undisputed welterweight champion, knows he'll face physical disadvantages against Canelo. Still, he's confident in his ability to adapt and bring his unique style to the ring. With an undefeated record of 41-0, Crawford believes he'll come out on top.
Your reaction to that, and that seems like that you do want this fight now.
Well, I've been wanting to fight, you know. I feel as if that's a legacy fight. I feel as if, you know, this is the biggest fight in boxing.
A fight between Canelo and Crawford holds significant weight for both men, as their careers may be winding down. Canelo, 34, has been in the game for almost 20 years and has a record of the 2nd of February 60. Many consider him one of the best ever, especially after controversial fights with Gennady Golovkin. Crawford, at 37, has fought 41 times.
This fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. You know, we both come in an era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound, Showtime, and HBO era, that type of era. So,
both fighters have been undisputed champions in their respective divisions, and each knows what it's like to fight in the biggest of arenas. Canelo has fought multiple superstars, including Floyd Mayweather, while Crawford recently rose to superstardom after his win over Spence. To face each other, Crawford, who has fought as low as lightweight, would have to jump up to Canelo's super middleweight class, a significant challenge in itself.
Respect Crawford, he's a great fighter, and I always say that, no disrespect him, but you know, sometimes he's
Canelo lost his undisputed 168-pound status after being stripped of the IBF belt, which went to the unheralded Cuban fighter, Billy Joe Saunders. Before facing Crawford in September, Canelo promised Turki Alalshikh he would reclaim the IBF belt from Saunders, making their potential fight for the undisputed super middleweight title even more significant.
A small fighter like Charlo, he's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford, fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo.
Crawford is well aware of the physical challenges he'll face against Canelo, but he's ready for the fight. Boxing experts have expressed doubts about his ability to succeed at 168 pounds, especially after a less than dominant performance against David Evanzian. But Crawford remains unshaken, determined to prove his worth.
I think that everybody that believes in hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo just like they knew Bud was gonna beat Spence. It's real simple. Real simple. You just gotta know boxing in order for you to be able to say that.
Despite these concerns, the potential fight between Canelo and Crawford is already generating excitement. The clash of power, speed, and skill from both fighters sets the stage for an unforgettable spectacle. Canelo has a tradition of fighting twice a year, and this September showdown is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated events in recent boxing history.
Now, or are we still waiting for that second fight to happen? I don't know, man. I don't know. They still got to go, got to work things out and see where they go from there.
I know Tim Zhu's name's been floated around out there as an opponent. What do you think about Crawford versus Zhu?
Butter stocking.
Yeah?
Butter stocking. And Zhu don't think that they can give a shot at Bud after, with the belt not even being on the line. Is that a fight?
Crawford's decision to only fight once in 2025 before facing Canelo has raised some eyebrows. Many believe he could have faced a tune-up fight before stepping into the ring with Canelo, as it worked against Errol Spence, who was knocked out by Crawford after only one fight in the year leading up to their showdown.
The way Crawford is doing it is because he knows it's the biggest payday in his life, and he'll never, maybe what he could get against Canelo, he's never made in all his fights combined. So of course, why would he call up Benavidez when he's calling out Canelo?
Even though Canelo has the size and power advantage, Crawford's fight IQ and skills are undeniable. Trainer Robert Garcia believes that Crawford has already accomplished everything he needs to in boxing. He wants this one big fight against Canelo to go out on top. Crawford doesn't need to fight anymore for money. He just wants that one big fight.
Bitch out?
You don't think he could go all 12?
He won't bitch out.
He will. He'll do better.
He'll put up some good rounds, get knocked out, but he'll put up some good rounds, and that's better than what Charlo did.
Hey, because he'll fight.
Yeah, exactly, he'll fight. He'll
Garcia also pointed out that Crawford's skills would make the fight competitive, at least for the first few rounds. Crawford has great speed, power, and skills. He'll give Canelo respect, but in the end, Canelo's size and strength will likely win out. But the fight will be entertaining.
He can hit. Like I know he can hit.
Yeah.
And he has a great chin.
Yeah.
Has he ever been dropped ever?
He was hurt. Cotto's brother.
Yeah, but that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, but he got hurt. So what? He didn't get hurt.
Hey, you bring up Crawford getting hurt by Gamboa. That was 1,000
When
years
did
ago,
I ever
too.
say that?
You said that the other day.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you did. What's it called?
Mikey Garcia, another boxing expert, recently spoke about Crawford's career, calling him one of the best boxers he's ever seen. However, he raised doubts about how Crawford, a former lightweight, would handle Canelo at 168 pounds. Garcia feels that Canelo's power and experience at that weight will give him the edge.
That Canelo hits just a slight less heavy-handed than Caballo.
Wow.
You think Caballo's stronger?
I think Caballo's heavier-handed. I think Canelo's stronger, but I think Caballo, there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between powers.
Right.
Caballo is heavier-handed. Like when he'll jab into the body.
Okay, to be fair, Caballo weighed 220 pounds when he sparred him.
In the end, Canelo's power and size might be too much for Crawford, but the fight promises to be a thrilling spectacle. Both fighters are in the twilight of their careers, and this showdown could define their legacies. Garcia suggested that Canelo should move up to 175 pounds to challenge other champions like Artur Beterbiev or Dmitry Bivol, rather than fighting a smaller opponent like Crawford. As for Crawford, he doesn't need to prove anything more, but the allure of facing Canelo might be too much to resist. For the latest updates on this and other boxing news, stay tuned to our YouTube channel and make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the action.
Canelo wins that fight based on just the size, the power and size. Now, skill-wise, I think Crawford's a better skilled fighter, but the difference in size will be the deciding factor, and that's why I'm not even a fan of that fight. I think